All right. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. Sending out invites. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome in. Welcome in. Today is Easter, so happy Easter, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. We are going to be doing our Superfan Live about monetization here starting in just 10 minutes. Lisette, Yummy Garden, welcome in. Not again, 602, welcome in. I am sending out invites to our superfans. I'm missing a bunch, so let me go through this again. Yep, I started my live. Thank you for the reminder. It just reminded me. It was like, by the way. Alright, let me send this out. Alright. Hello. Happy Easter, everybody. Welcome. We're gonna get this show started in just 9 minutes. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Why can I not find Farmer Travis? Welcome in. I'm just looking to start inviting out. How are you, sir? Happy Easter. Happy Easter. Greetings. So we're gonna cover today some algorithm updates, 70% rule, rewatch velocity, and follower first look. I'm gonna get into all of that. I am just sharing it out right now. For some reason, I can't find the group, my groups that I share it in. Let me see if I can just search it up. No. All right, how are you? How was your day, sir? All right, that is sent out. All right. I got a live that I'm gonna do about PeerLocals, which if you look at the screen, let me switch it over there. We just made some pretty big changes to the platform, giving everybody basically a free digital farm stand, but also we added the events and we added into the groups. So now all the events that are going on can be listed in one place. Kind of give everybody, what they were looking for, and as well as the seeds. So for the seed exchanges. So I go live every week on Sunday at 6:30 is when this live is actually starting. And basically we go over with the super fans kind of the source material for monetization, and then we kind of go over the Peer app suite, which gives you a bunch of tools to use to be able to monetize better ethically online and not just wait on gifts, but actually provide some value. So we have our digital marketplace, our seed exchange, events, and group creation, along with still the gifting system is still there. But you can see Goat is on here, and he has AGX group on PeerLocals with all the events that are going on, all the challenges that are going on. Teapot's on here too, which I couldn't find. Auntie Levy's on here on Ripe. So most of our communities on here and all of their challenges, like the Roma Tomato Challenge, the Carmen Pepper Challenge, the events, they're all going to be on here. It's PeerLocals.com, so if you're not on it already, Farmer Travis, then you should get on it. It's free. And you can set up your profile, and you get like a basic a public profile. So let me show you if with all the different stuff that you have. So if you have seeds that you're selling or trading, because this is like, a buy sell trade platform, kind of bringing barter back. Um, and you can list the stuff you have. So like I have my chickens on here, and ducks and eggs and tomatoes and all the stuff that I'm growing. But then you can request to trade, sell, or both, and you get that for free. Yeah, it's called PeerLocals, PeerLocals.com, and you'll get a free public page basically, and then you can go join the groups, and then the payout on the gifts is opposite of TikTok. So you know how gifting here, when you're on the live, you get 40% or 39% unless you get 5 followers, and then you get 40%, and then TikTok gets 60%. So on PeerLocals, it's the reverse. The creator gets 60%, the business owner gets 60%, and the company takes 40. So it's a better monetization for you to get gifts as well. And that's just like if you're sending your public page out, and you're like, hey, look at the seeds I have, or look at the the veggies or fruits or anything that I'm selling. It's basically like a digital farm stand. So you can list your products or even services. If you help people plant stuff or do stuff, you'll be able to just the same do that, right? So like if you have cucumbers that you listed, you'll get a page just like this, and it doesn't collect payments. So the payments are going to be however you collect payments now. So if you have Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, whatever, you just put that in. Thank you for the heart me, swoop like me. Welcome in. Um, and there's AI operations that can, yes, you can. So that's another thing that's pretty cool is you can list your own events. So we have our Texas meetup coming out that's listed right now. But the cool thing about the events, aside from, I actually am going to this one. It's at the farmers market. If you're near Southeast Texas, Houston area, this would be a great event to attend. We're all meeting up at the farmers market. And basically you have events like this. Now, if this was a paid event, this is a free event. But if it was a paid event, then you would put your event link. I'm doing good. How are you? Yeah, so there's no events right now. You can sign up and set up your own events in Hartford. This is literally brand spanking new. I mean, it's only a few months old, and we haven't really started pushing it out, advertising and marketing wise, because we're still kind of configuring, the different parts of the application to your specific needs, right? So like we have a big farming and homesteading community. AGX is in the house as well. And, you have all these great agriculture type groups that are just missing the tools they need to succeed. So, we've built this out, and I work with Goat and a bunch of other people to kind of get the idea of what you all need to be organized and get all that stuff. But if you go to groups and you go to the AGX group, you'll see that in the AGX group, you'll have your challenges, so like the Carmen Pepper challenges here, but you also have events that they need to list actually on here, because there's a bunch of AGX events going on that need to be listed. But Teapot has also events in her group that you can go into, and also the challenges themselves. So, you could list a challenge, and then, people in the group will have a chance to participate in the challenge, and it keeps track of the leaderboards and all that type of stuff. So really useful. There's also an AI bot that works in the background. So your listings, when you list, if you have vegetables, fruits, livestock to buy, sell, or trade, there's an AI in the background that will go and optimize your listing so it gets better search visibility on Google and other platforms. So really a lot of stuff. And then you have the gaming system too, that you have all these different things that you could do in the application that will earn you rewards, and then you get paid on them. So you can cash them out at 60% cash out. So you get quite a lot. It's all free. So you'll be able to create your own groups, list your own products and services, have a public page you could share to. And what I was saying about the payments is it doesn't collect payments. So if you have Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, whatever, however you're collecting payments today, try increasing the audio to optimize. How about now? You guys hear me well, by the way? It just told me that try increasing the audio. How about now? Move the mic right up in front of me. Can you guys hear me well? All right, cool. So yeah, so it gives you all those options. And this is a free app that's available to everybody. It's called PeerLocals, and it's a way for us to connect, to list our payments, and get a free digital farm stand. So a lot of our community members can't put out farm stands because they have HOA or the city won't allow it, or there's other kind of things that are preventing them from putting a farm stand out there. And this gives you basically a digital farm stand. A raffle. You know, Travis, there is no raffle, but that might be a great add-on to this, to add to groups for group admins to run raffles. In fact, I'm going to take a note of it because that's not a bad idea. There might be some legal issues with raffles, but I have to research that and kind of, raffles are not a bad tool to have. That's what you're talking about, right? Not rattle. Or were you talking about rattle? I don't know. I don't know if you're doing rattle or raffle, but yes, I like the raffle idea though. So yeah, so we're literally like this. I've been building it on and off for the last 3 months, and giving group leaders the tools they need to be able to kind of, for agriculture specifically, to be able to connect their communities, connect what they're growing in their backyards or their farms or their homesteads, and be able to connect with the local community. Think of it like Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist had a baby that looked like a social media app that had a gamification system in it. And an AI agent working in the background to optimize users' performance over time. So that's basically what it is. So really just giving the advantage back to our growers, cutting out the middleman, letting people connect with each other and bring their communities into one central place to find out about everything that's going on with their community. So that's why we did it. And also, like all the seed exchanges, people were like, what seeds do you have? What this do you have? So here you could go to the seed exchange and say, hey, I'm looking for this type of seed. And the AI will match you with people that have those seeds and want to trade for what you have. So you can also request shipping. You can see Miss Levy listed, comfrey, chickweed, what is that? Burdock. She listed a lot of seeds. Got radishes in here and okra. I should list some seeds too, but you can just request whatever seed you want, and then whoever listed this seed can then put, do I want, reimbursement for mail? Do I want to charge for this seed? And then you put however you get paid down, and you work it out like that. So that's basically PeerLocals. So really just giving you guys all the tools you need to really win. And then you have peerlink.click, which is a link exchange. And that allows you to collect payments, as well as gives you a calendar to book a schedule, and gives your profile multiple links. You know how there's only one link that you could put on right now? Well, with PeerLink, it's like a link tree service where you could put multiple links. And the really neat thing about this is the links themselves, you could do really cool stuff with them. And when I say really cool stuff is you can password protect a link. So let's say you have a PDF or you have a hidden YouTube video or TikTok video that's unlisted that you want to share with someone, you can lock the link and put it in your link tree, and then give it only to a select few, or give it only to the people who you want to see it. Give them the password to the link that you set. The other link type is really cool. To get to the link, they have to make a payment. It's called commerce links. And that basically you have to confirm to unlock it for that user once they make a payment. So that lets you kind of sell stuff through links on your profile. So it gives you a lot of different abilities to put all the different stuff that you're working on. So you can see on mine, I have our superfan checklist, which is password protected. And then I have different links for, hey, get to know me, which goes to my website, or check out my artwork, which goes to my art shop, or grab your free digital farm stand, which goes to PeerLocals. And that way, instead of having one link on my TikTok or my other social media, I get all of these different links that are to all different places that I have available for people. Plus linking all the social media posts and everything like that together. Superfan Non-Toxic Teapot, welcome in. Happy Easter. How are you? I didn't start going over anything yet, as today's Easter, and I'm just covering a little bit on PeerLink and PeerLocals, which I don't know if you logged into. Well, actually, I do know if you logged into, because I just sent you a gift. You could see that we've changed the format and made sure that everything is a lot easier to get to, and navigating a lot easier. Don't trip. Welcome in. I am doing good. I doubled the size of the farm, and we tilled the land 2 times over. Dumped some horse compost, tilled it again, fenced it, and that was done. And then over the weekend, I have been working with one of my guys to pressure wash and paint the house. Just trying to get ready for that spring, Travis. I'm trying to get ready for that spring. I have a whole field now, and I'm planting rows, and I'm really excited about how this is going to happen. We're probably like 2 weeks away from planting everything. So that's really exciting. My hobby, my passion. Let's grow some food, right? Yeah, so I didn't go over anything. I've just been covering kind of some of the changes that happened to PeerLocals and PeerLinks, which I am going to hold a how-to on everything on Wednesday. I know, Farmer Travis be getting down. I passed the videos. I love them. I think it's awesome. I dig the vibe. That's what I'm saying. Yes. All right. So we were supposed to start at 6:30. I'm just going to get started, and it's going to be fast today, Teapot and Farmer Travis, because it is Easter, and I know we have families to get to, and I know a lot of people aren't here because of that. So it's important for me to still cover it, and everybody can watch it on the replay that didn't catch it now. But it is important to cover. Yes. All right. So we talked about mastering kind of the algorithm in 2026, and these are going to be the top recommendations for video creations that are for the 2026 direction that TikTok has been taking. And this is both from AI and from TikTok's official website, and some of their marketing emails about kind of what direction they're going. Also from the TikTok live seminars and discussions that they gave, these are some things that are kind of the focus on going viral on TikTok in 2026. So what they're looking for now is 70% completion rates, which is a high completion rate. That means somebody stays to watch your video 70% through. So, you know, the top recommendation is every second counts, which means a lot of hooks and a lot of ways to kind of re-grab your audience. Okay. The second thing that was really mentioned is the rewatch velocity. And this means that people watch the same video more than once. This is a viral indicator, also called looping videos. I'm not sure if you saw some of these videos before, but they are the videos. They are the videos that basically get more traction is if you can create a loop on your video. That means the ending and the beginning connect real well, where somebody will watch it just a little bit over the full video just to get into the loop before they realize they're in the loop, which means a rewatch time. So this is kind of a challenge that I wanted to make this week. And I know a lot of people out of town or with family, but Homestead Sam, welcome in. I think this is a great challenge to do in general, is doing one video this week, just one, that's a loop video, which means it could be as long as you want it to be, but ideally like 9 to 15 seconds long, and have it run into itself. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you end where you begin. Have you seen those videos before? Let me know, Teapot. Happy Easter. Happy Easter, sir. Yeah, but here's the thing, and this is why some of the recent research that I did for you all said specifically to try to make that type of content more often. And they confuse you because you're watching it and then you're like, wait, did it finish? And you're still watching it and it already looped. So it's getting you for 2 views instead of 1 because the video looped. So what that's an indicator to the algorithm that people are watching more than 100%. So then they're going to start pushing that video out. So a real good challenge for you is to try to do a loop video one per week, just one, and see how that goes. Remember that doing this, everything is testing. Hey, where is that right format? This is just suggestions based on best practices and virality approaches. So really try to do it. So how you would do it is maybe open a door and then like end it with you closing it, that the door opens again, or running while you're running, and then the next thing is it's still you running, but the video already looped. Like it's basically like it loops because it's connected to itself. And then your viewer tends to stay another second or two after watching it all the way through. And it works best with shorter video because, we got that attention span of fish. I'm talking about content videos, but for commerce videos, like our TikTok shop videos will work as well good, because some of the new things TikTok was talking about was looking for 70% completion rates on video views, right? So like if your video is performing under it, which before, like last year, it was like 50% they were looking for, but now they're looking for 70%. So if you want your video to keep getting pushed out, then we want that video to get 70%. And if it gets over that, especially if it's rewatch, because they rank rewatch as high velocity videos, right? So like if somebody watched the same video multiple times, then it will gain velocity for the rewatch. So doing loops basically gets you that velocity automatically because they're watching over 70%. And most of the time, if the video is short enough and the connection is good, they actually watch like 110 or 120 seconds. And then the algorithm goes, oh my God, everybody loves this video because they watch it twice. You get what I'm saying? And then it pushes you out more. So this is just some viral strategies that we researched it, that I'm presenting for superfans this week. All right. So then the other thing that it says, so we got our 70% rule that we're looking to get our videos to get 70%, and that means that every second does count, and it means that you should be hooking your audience to watch the next second. Like every second is hooking into the next second. Remember, we're like fish at this point where we could just scroll really quickly and then another entertaining thing will come up, and we got to capture the attention right away. Okay, rewatch velocity, right? Where we talked about looping videos. You should definitely do that. Another idea that I had, and this is not here, but this will coincide with the looping rewatch time to gain velocity, is actually if you know you have, hey, I have a good group of people that will watch the video that I post. Well, what if you make a video saying, hey, do me a favor, watch this video in full 2 times, 2 times, then like and engage with it. Normally, I'm conducting a test, and then see how that video does. And if it does good, then try to take that format and see if you could use it for the next thing. I use AI scripts for mine. Yeah, me too. But try to ask the AI to see if it could write a script that loops into itself. You know, because if AI can give you the script that loops into itself, then you're in good shape. Okay, so those are the viral things to pay attention to this week. Really over 2026. These are general guidelines for 2026, mastering the algorithm, quote unquote. And those are the 3 biggest ones. 70% rule, rewatch velocity, and then the first look. The first looks is new videos are often tested against your existing followers first, which means they go to your existing followers first before they start spreading out to other people. If your followers don't engage with your video most likely won't get pushed out at all. Most of my videos don't get pushed out because I have the brand myself on the live videos, because I only do it for super fans, which I might cut the time to twice a month instead of 4 times a month. So community loyalty, basically the video, if your community doesn't watch the videos in full first and engage with it properly, then the video likely won't get pushed to the next subsequent audience list. Now, this basically keeps you off the FYP page, and you'll get lower views on the regular videos that you're posting. So the community loyalty is now a prerequisite for reach, which means that the videos you post, you should have a good engagement group to share it into and get that initial engagement first immediately. That means as soon as you post a video, within 30 minutes. Because after 30 minutes and it went to your existing list and the engagement wasn't high enough, literally the velocity just dies out on a lives. All right. I share your videos. Thank you so much for sharing my videos. So I have basically a strategy for myself that I use for sharing and favoriting and liking. And so I always like and comment when I do see a video. I share with people that have interest. I do not spam. I share with people, like, if I share a live with you or share something with you, it's because I know you're going to have an interest in it. I'm not going to share something with you because it's going to help just another person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hurt you to help someone. I want to help both of you. I want to help someone get a true viewer that's really interested in what they're doing, and I want the viewer that I invite over to be like, wow, Sal like is bringing me into the right room. You know, like, and this is really how I think about it, is I do not want to be a spammer. And it's the same why probably my lives don't have a minimum of 30 people in, because I can go invite people, but I only invite 13 people in, which are the super fans right now. So, all right. So moving on. So this is just sharing thing, right? Like, this is just a basic sharing thing. Don't spam. Think of who you're sharing to. Would they be interested in what you're sharing them? Are you interested in what they're sending you? If not, then you're probably just spamming them. Don't be a spammer. Superfan Lavender and Honeycomb are in the house. Welcome in. Yeah. Okay. So that's a little bit about sharing. I know people will tell you to share all over the place. I'm highly for it. Please share. Please like. Please repost. Do all that stuff. But do it with people that have an interest, because it doesn't do me good or them good if they're coming in here off a share. They're like, what is this guy talking about? I'm not interested in this, right? Then it will make my engagement look worse, and it will piss them off that you're sending them crap that they're not interested in. I mean, for lack of better words. And then you become a spammer, and then everybody ignores your shared content or shared things that you want them to see. So always think of who you're sharing to, what you're sharing to them. Will they have an interest in it? If the answer is yes, share it out. All right. Let's get into high yield monetization strategies. So this is kind of where, let me get into TikTok SEO first. So we kind of talk about the 2026 algorithm, right? 70% rule, that we're trying to reach a 70% watch time with each video we post. That will start pushing us out. Rewatch velocity is try to make one looping video per week to get out your watch time up, and have fun with it. Practice. It doesn't necessarily have to sell something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be just practice that loop and see how it does for you. And maybe it'll give you different ideas to do for your specific, whether it's e-commerce videos or whether it's just videos for your own product, service, or creative. All right. And then follow first, share it to your community first, get the right engagement, and that's how it will help kind of broaden your FYP reach. All right. Number 2 this week is TikTok SEO, the new search engine. And I've talked about this over the last 3 or 4 months. And, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, all these social media platforms are becoming search engines. People are looking for stuff to buy on here on TikTok Shop. People are looking for help. People are looking for tutorials. People are looking, it is a search engine. So with that into account, you got to understand that right now the stat on this is over 60% of Gen Z using TikTok as a search engine, which means if you are not using SEO, howdy, moo munch in the building. Welcome in. So it's important to inject clear searchable keywords both in audio, on-screen text, and description, title, captions. So both in your video and outside of your video, use keywords that are going to be relevant to what you're presenting, because that's going to matter for people searching to it, getting to it with an interest in what you're actually doing. Okay? Don't use broad keywords, use narrow keywords. If you're doing a lotion video, and hashtag that lotion. Make sure in your caption on screen, POV, lotion, best in the world, or whatever. Use the keywords that people would most likely be searching for. And you can find those out through multiple sources, but just Google keywords, trending keywords, 2026, TikTok for lotions, and it will tell you. Use AI. It will be easy. 1737 Jordan, superfan cooking and booking. Welcome in. All right. So use clear searchable keywords in both spoken audio, on-screen text, and captions. Then intent-based hooks. Good evening, good evening. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. Thank you for being here. Instead of hey you guys when you're starting a video, start with the solution to common search queries. So, you could go to Quora and you can go to Creator Search Insight and see what people are searching for, and you literally use what they're searching for as your 3-second hook in the beginning. That's what you use. So, the fastest way to fix a problem of toxic chemical cleaning supply, or cooking recipes from the garden, or finding the best books to read, or, it goes on. But that's basically it. That's your that's your intent-based hook, okay? And in marketing and advertising, video creation, you're always testing. So, use different hooks. These are intent-based one. What is the intent? To stop them and get them to see, and you can get that from Creator Search Insight based on what people are actually searching for. Okay, and basically be there where they're already searching. And then the first 3 second, what we call the pattern interrupt, this is the sudden visual change that hooks somebody to watch the rest of the video. Jordan had a great video with when they were processing chicken, because that first 3 second hook, what was it? Him walking up to the chicken, about to unalive it, and boom, it cut to the next scene. Great first second hook, and the video did well. And this is kind of what we're talking about, is those pattern interrupts, that thing that puts people on the edge of their seat to see what comes next. So work on those first 3 seconds to hook your audience. And, it's testing. You'll see things that work. You'll see things that don't work. Test, test, test. Figure out what works. Repeat what works. Ditch what doesn't. Okay? That's the easiest way to move forward. All right. High-yielding monetization, our next point. And then we have 2 more small points, and we're done for today. Our next thing is high-yield monetization strategy. So you're aware of the Creator Fund and the Creator Rewards Program. Again, look at the incentives themselves and see who's in favor of. A lot of the incentives are not in your favor, so choose where you put your time. Don't do everything. I know people will tell you, do everything. No, do what fits with your style. Do what fits with your brand. It's got to be on brand. Man, if you start doing SpongeBob stuff and you're doing something else entirely, that is not going to mesh well. And you're going to be doing stuff that you never thought you'd be doing, or you catch yourself doing stuff that you don't want to do just to meet these incentives. And they don't think you're going to be rich off of them, because that is unlikely. Okay? They're not a great deal. Read the terms of the incentives and you'll see. All right. So what can you do? TikTok Shop and affiliates, still one of my favorite. Brand deals, still one of my favorite ways to monetize ethically on here. You get paid per video, you get paid percentages, and usually you get really good products. Now, some time ago, I changed my strategy. I was taking every product that I could get under the sun, and I changed my strategy to working on brand deals, and brand deals only with brands that I want to work with. And right now, I got Priol, Vivor, and one that I just wrapped up for safety equipment called Yard Morris. And, aside from getting great products that I need, like rewinding hose, or weed barriers, or, work with the companies that are on brand for you. And this is why it's so important for you to stay on brand, is because I can pretty much ask for samples or brand partnerships from anybody that does gardening or homesteading or anything like that. No problem. And for me talking to them and then showing them some of my stats, I could get most of the stuff I want for free. This is a new section of the farm that I'm building. Literally, my focus is getting everything there for free. So I already succeeded with weed barriers from Vivor and a hose reel. And we're just getting started, because I'm submitting a bunch more and working on bigger brand deals where they pay per video along with commissions. So work on brand deals. That's going to be your best bet. TikTok Shop affiliate stuff, great. You just want to do it for real so people can trust the advice you give. Like if you're recommending every product under the sun because you're getting it for free, not necessarily great for on brand and trust. But if you're recommending stuff that when people are going to get it, they're going to be like, wow, man, Sal is the man for recommending this and giving me some discount, then that's the way to go, because then they'll go through the rest of your shop and see what you have. When I choose product, I always look for good deals. I don't look for ones where I just earn the most. I really look for the best deals, even if it pays me less. So because me as a consumer, that's what I look for. Is I look for, the hose by Vivor that's the best, priced. Same hose, it could be 5 different companies. I'd buy from the lowest price company as long as it's legit. So same thing. And shop rating, absolutely, Sam. The Homestead Sam said shop rating. That's really important. So I focus on bigger brands. So I never even look at the shop rating. Like Vivor, it's an amazing brand to work with. Like if I was going to go to Nike or any other big brand, same thing. Like I wouldn't look at the reviews. But if you're working with smaller shops, yes, that really matters because they do switch and bait. They ship late, and then people can get defective parts, and then they'll be angry at you for recommending it. So, work with good companies. Work with good companies, and you can tell that by the shop rating and other benefits as well. EB Ken, welcome in. All right. So this is great. So the recommendations for those is usually problem solution oriented or review format. I look for things that I really use and believe in. I turn down a lot of stuff because I just can't. That's right. So that's all I do is I look for stuff that I use, I need, and I was going to buy anyway. But my focus on the affiliate in the shops is not just to make videos. It is to get brand partnerships where they can either sponsor my whole farm and I can put them on my videos as a logo or something, or they can, send me a lot of products and pay per video, or they could give me higher percentages based on already successful selling products. Right? Because they could give me a high percentage, and if the product doesn't sell well, then, I can make all the videos I want. So it's important. So what section of TikTok is this? This is you talking to the brand itself. Usually there's a brand manager that handles their account, and you need to discuss them to form a brand partnerships. There is some caveats that come with it. When I did the brand partnership for Yard Morris, I had to switch my account to a business account. For this latest one with Revor, I'm not doing that. I'm doing affiliate links for other areas that they have and doing it that way. So there are different ways to do it. But if you do a brand partnership directly through TikTok, your account will automatically become right. Yeah, so there you go. So you use those on the videos that you make, and you could do it globally. Yeah, that's right. So right. So I don't do any of that, Sam. I don't go to products that are just viral products because I want to make a buck. I go to stuff that is both helpful for me and my family, that I believe in, and that I can recommend with wholeheartedness, and that they're going to send me for free and pay me to post about it. That's what I'm doing. Yes, there could be a very good tactic, by the way, which is a form of affiliate marketing tactic, is to look for viral products. That means products that already have high sales, proven track record, etc., and then buy those and market those because they don't give them away. And that does work. It's just not what I'm trying to do with my social media presence. Is I am not trying to just do marketing for products. I'm trying to bring people into me building this homestead. So it's a little different for me. But if your goal is strictly to monetize and you're like, hey, I'm going to do commercials for all these products because it's going to make me money, then yes, go for high selling viral products that you can get behind and recommend. All right. So that's one. TikTok shop and affiliates. Do that. That's great. Ethical monetization. And, this stuff, how can I say this? It builds on top of itself, right? Like, when you make a video for a product, and if it's a good product and the company's been around for a while, that video is gold for a while. And then the other thing that I saw that people are doing is they'll record one format of the video and only do one edit. But since you're getting the videos already, you can edit 4 or 5 videos. Do a 5-second one, do an 8-second one, do a 15-second one, do a revision, do a different script, use the same videos, play around with it. When you get to a format that you both like and it works, then you just keep that format. And Sam, you saw my format. That is my shoppable format. I record unboxing, very, very slow use of it, and then I go chop it up and do a voiceover that is a script with the help of AI. So I believe in AI. Yeah, but that's what I do. And my 10-year-old daughter is the one recording all those little videos. You know, like today, my 6-year-old son helped me when I was painting and stuff. You know, he helped me record those little videos. So and that's it. Yeah, I'm getting more and more into that format. It's a personal thing, though. It's not this is a good format. Thank you. I appreciate that. This stuff I'm telling you has been researched. My format has not been researched. I'm just doing it. I like how it looks. I feel good with it. It's easy for me to shoot. It gets my kiddos involved. So I'm like, let's do it. You know. All right. So the next thing is so that's the thing. You know, to raise GMV in general. You know, the most recommended script types is problem solution or review style. That's it. Those are the two you want to do, and you won't get restrictions for doing them. All right, so the next thing, like literally every single one of those videos, Sam, by the way, has gotten the thumbs up from TikTok. You know how they tell you if it's a high-performing video or whatever, quality video, every one of those videos. And that's why I kept that format. I'm like, hey, they're making sales, not a crazy amount, but they're making, you know, like the last video made like, I think, $80 so far in sales, you know, like, so, you know, they're working, they're making money. So they're making money. I'm getting 5 stars basically from TikTok. So I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to keep that format. They like it. I like it. Brands like it, you know, and are reaching out. So that's what we're sticking with. All right. So then the next thing that you could do here on TikTok, which you already know about because we talked about it, and I was talking about the difference between gifting versus subscriptions and super fans. And, you know, TikTok used to have one kind of subscription in general. And they split it up last year in 2025 to super fans and subscriptions. And why they did it, honestly, I don't like it, but why they did it is because they are splitting the creators into 2 branches, right? The live creators, the people that go live all the time, and they have their Superfan Live, which the benefits of the Superfan Live, the Superfan is live video. You get interaction, you get tools for live videos, you get the private group for live videos, you can close your live to only Superfans, etc. The subscriptions are based on posts. So if you're a creator that posts more than you go live, my case, right? I post more than I go live. Then subscriptions are going to be more up your alley. Now, here's the caveat. Superfan, when you get superfans and they do their engagement properly, that will actually help your reach, while subscriptions won't really move the needle for you. So there is that that you can research up yourself. There is that, so just be aware of it. But TikTok series, subscription-based, is one of the gold mines, is one of the monetization strategies. And Superfan for live events and live interactions, like we have our Superfan community here. Same thing, you know, value driven. It could be social driven too, by the way, right? You can have Superfans just from hanging out. Thank you for all the gifts, Lavender. You can have Superfans just to hang out. And I get it. I just come from a place that I want to offer value for anyone reaching in their pocket. Even if you invited me to dinner, I would want to reciprocate that to you in some way. And, you know, like a good example is I went to Jones, right? They hosted my family and I, very nice. And it was awesome visiting them, and they're awesome people. And then I was like, okay, well, you guys have to come back. Come here. I have to host you as well. It's just, you know, law of reciprocation. Amazing people deserve amazing things, especially if they try to do amazing things for you. You know, so it's that, you know. All right. So TikTok series for subscriptions. So if you have a very specific series, Teapot, for example, about, hey, this is all the right. Here I put a series of videos together that are for every cleaning supply in the house, all the household cleaning series. And you can put that in a series and lock it down in a subscription, while they can come and join you on the lives to learn how to make it. But then they can always go back to those videos if they're subscribed. You see what I mean? Like you're building a digital video vault that people pay to access. So stuff like that is what TikTok recommends as the tools that they're giving you to monetize off of subscriptions is TikTok series, specialty videos, and private group chats, similar to the Superfan Lives. Okay? And then, of course, they're going to suggest live gifting and battles because obviously this is their big bread and butter moneymaker here. So doing battles, I do not recommend unless they're fun and they're like here and there. But doing it as a form to monetize, I am against. It's fun and it's exciting and it's good to get the community involved and you have that tool. But if you overdo it, people will stop following you, will stop coming into your rooms, and it is not ethical. You're just basically running around trying to get change from people. So, but it is a strategy here on TikTok, gifting and battles. So, if that's something that you like, do it. Just try not to become a beggar on these TikTok streets. And then Cameo integration, which is kind of cool because this is something that smaller companies have started doing, is TikTok now allows creators to sell personalized video messages directly from the app. So you can pretty much do like a custom message for people for them paying you, like a Cameo appearance. So that's something else that you could start monetization for, and that could be fun and it's easy and you could use it as a creator. Okay, moving on. Almost done here, guys. The content pillars and production. Okay, so this is basically the balanced output that ensures the algorithm understands why you are your niche authority, why people should be listening to you, why you should keep getting pushed out to the algorithm. So here's the thing. We talked about this before. Long format videos. TikTok is doubling down on that. Okay. And they're recommending anywhere from 60 to 180 seconds. I don't know if you remember, we talked about that like a month ago. We said, hey, 60 to 90 seconds. Guess what? It's 60 to 180 seconds now for 2026. While short clips are still getting good traction, the algorithm is currently favoring engaging form content 60 seconds to 3 minutes long. That basically has the complete story. So, good strategy is the 40-30-20-10 rule, which is 40% entertainment videos. That means hooks and broad appeal type videos. That could be, quotes, all that type of stuff. You'll see a lot of it on my page. 30% education. That's stuff that's educational driven. Okay. That helps establish your authority in your niche. 20% engagement. And this is interesting, right? Because I think most of us here don't do this enough, and we should, is 20% engagement. That is live Q&As, polls. And we talked about polls last week. Polls and responding to comments in video format. So while officially Fran and some other people that are super fans do video replies and do some of the strategies that we talked about, a lot of the polls and the Q&As I haven't seen in y'all's lives or in your videos. So I would start working more on those because that's, again, one of the recommendations for 2026 is using engagement, about 20% engagement related content. Okay, polls, Q&As, video response, and then 10% conversion. The conversion is basically, I couldn't figure it out. The polls. Okay, well then research it. Right, Google exists, guys. Google's it. I'm not TikTok tech support, but look, whatever you can't figure out. First of all, if I can help you, I will obviously help. But if it's something that's bugging you, figure it out. Man, we on here. There you go. We on here. So, and we doing the damn thing. So, if we're doing it, figure it out. All right. So remember this. Okay, 40% entertainment, hooks, and broad appeal. 30% education. 30% education. Establishing your authority with those education-related videos and lives. 20% we're going to run with polls, Q&As, video response to comments in your comment section. And then 10% conversions. The conversions are whatever it is that you're selling. So are you selling anything? Let's start there. If the answer is no, it's okay. You don't have to sell anything. You know, the 10% could be the call to action to follow. But if you are selling anything, if you have an ebook or you're selling seeds or you got plants or, you know, you're hosting an event or a challenge, and that's a sale, whether they're buying anything or not. If you're asking your audience to do something, you're asking them basically to agree to a sale. Okay, so, you know, 10% of that. And that goes for your challenges, teapot, cooking and booking. If you're doing anything that's related to a subscription base for cooking with you or something along those lines, same deal. Homestead Sam, if it's your product sales, same type of deal. Okay, then strategic consistency. This is our last point for today. Is quality is greater than frequency. Okay, so in 2026, one of the high retention videos per week outperforms mediocre daily posts. Aim for 3 to 5 high quality posts per week to maintain algorithm trust is what they're saying, right? So meaning you need to post at least like 5 pieces of content per week, but they're favoring high quality videos versus just any video, right? So there is something to say about that, because we talked a couple months ago about, hey, TikTok is trying to compete with YouTube and they're trying to go after the long format videos and all this stuff, but they're stepping it up, right? They're stepping it up. So don't just drop any video. Think about the video and try to follow high quality video guidelines. And you can Google those, and they're also available in TikTok Creator Studio. They'll give you the actual guidelines to what they consider high quality. And what they consider high quality is what the AI will consider high quality, because that's how it was developed. Okay? So follow that so you can get more views. And then engagement velocity. Okay, the first 60 minutes after posting are critical, which means encouraging comments, sharing it out, you know, getting your initial community to engage with it as it starts kind of getting pushed out. Because if you do that, your push will be greater to the general audience, right? So like if you just post a video and get a lot of engagement on it, it will go much further if it's in the first 60 minutes. If it's 2 hours later or 5 hours later and it already came out of its push, it's not going to continue to push it. So you want your velocity at the beginning of when you post your video. Okay? So if you're sharing it out and being like, hey, do me a favor, like this video or whatever, make sure you do it right after you post it or within the first 60 minutes of you posting it. And that will create that velocity for you and hopefully get you more visibility on the video that you're watching. Hello, Kick It. Welcome in. Welcome in. That's it for this week, guys. Ladies and gents, we are going to have a Q&A session on Wednesday for PeerLocals and PeerLink.click. So a lot of people were asking a lot of questions. I talked to Goat about it. We made some initial changes to give a few more things that were asked for. So basically the challenge notifications. So people that are signing up to the challenges now will get notifications when admin said it. Group notifications, so there'll be edits in groups now, and when people comment on your stuff, you'll get a notification. Under the events, we added the ability to edit your own events after you publish them instead of just deleting and reposting. So now you could edit the events. And then we added visibility challenge, visibility to challenges. So now you could set whether the challenges appear on your public profile or not. So if you want to tell people what challenges you're in, you can set the visibility and people could see. I believe it's on your public profile, Teapot, is the challenges you're in. So you have that. You should have that. Give me a second on that question. So, yeah, you see, these are the challenges. You're in the herb challenge, find a building, winter homesteader, find a building. It looks like some of them doubled, so I'm gonna look into it and see if it let you join them twice. But looks like 3 challenges. Yeah, and then the groups are here. But this is your public page, and you could set visibility options on it. So if you don't want to show the groups that you're in, or you don't want to show the challenges that you're part of, you can turn those off in your visibility settings. Sorry, but yeah, all right, that's it for me, guys. So the mission for this week for everyone is to try to create one loop video. So that's it. That's what we're going to try to do. One loop video, one video that basically has no beginning or end. It's a perfect loop, and see how that does, because that is one of the recommendations for this. Okay, so I would like to see one piece of content from everybody that loops, that has no beginning, no end. Have fun with it. And we can actually do a poll and vote on it in the next week live. All right, that's it for me. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being here. I hope you learned something today, and it was helpful. And I'm continuing to watch you guys grow, and it's amazing to see. And I'm excited that you're implementing a lot of these changes. By the way, Cooking and Booking, I did see... I don't know if she left already. She might have left when I said good night. But Cooking and Booking, I'm going to say this before I leave. I saw you with your... I saw it right there. I saw the little headline. I saw the little board. I saw you taking them off. It looked great. I had a live that I watched from the outside, so it wouldn't remind you of anything. And it was very cool. So good job with that. Congratulations, and I'm looking to see growth from everybody. If you're not already a super fan, I'm supposed to say it. Get signed up to become a super fan. It's $10 a month. You get to hang out with me, and you'll get hundreds of dollars worth of value immediately, because I'll give you the 7-figure challenge and a bunch of other stuff for free. All right. Anyway, good night. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Happy Easter. May you and your family be blessed. And we'll see you next week.